Hello, Russ here, and welcome to the summer of 2017 update on my model building universe. And hoping everything is well where you are. I've been doing very well this summer. I've been really blessed with a really cool little summer job where I get to be a carpenter's assistant and build things for a summer camp, which is really cool because it's kind of like model building. Only the tools are bigger, the projects are bigger, the risk of getting hurt is bigger. But it's pretty fun, actually. I enjoy it. I'm doing stuff I've never really done as far as wood shop type stuff. I haven't built a thing out of wood since 1987, 88. This was like a little bench. It's kind of cool though. Really, it's a really nice shift from what I do during the rest of the school year. So it's been really good. I built a lot of park benches and bunk beds, and fixing a lot of broken screens and windowsills. Kids, they're crazy. They're just nuts. But it's been a really wonderful summer. Looking forward to its completion and moving on to other things. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to model building. Things are happening. I haven't posted a lot of videos. Been kind of busy with school winding down, getting summer work tacked down. But I have been building a little bit here as we go. So I did finish my my Zero. This was the Steve M group build, which is, well, I'm pretty sure it's done, but I think people are still posting because I have noticed some postings, which I should probably post my pictures on the Facebook group site. But let's take a look at the Zero. I'll just put my little drinky thing here. But overall, I'm impressed. I was able to build my airplane on a stick, which is really cool. Maybe I should get up closer. Yes. There it is. I haven't made a final reveal for it, but I'll probably take some pictures and make a quick one. See if I can get a nice, better shot. Yeah, that looks better. So this is it. Had some technical problems. The canopy, I bought this aftermarket canopy mask and I didn't like it. It was really hard coming off from the backing paper, and it really stuck to the canopy, and when I removed it, it left a residue, and because I'm not too sharp, I thought maybe I'd use a little bit of lacquer to eat the residue. Well, it did, and then it ate the plastic, so I got some goobers on the screen. I took this to my model club a few days ago, and nothing is permanent. I could always pop off the canopy, and there's somebody in the club who would give me a replacement canopy. And other than that, I may repaint the engine prop. I brush painted it, and that just kind of, maybe because I was in a hurry. So I'm probably going to pop that off and just repaint it and airbrush it. The markings are all backwards because I assumed Tamiya knew what they were doing. This is an old Tamiya kit from like the 70s, I think. But it's supposed to be of this flight commander for the attack on Pearl Harbor, and the markings are a little off. It's the tail. It's actually the wrong person, and then the person was only second in command, so there shouldn't be like these gold or yellow stripes. But I'm fine with what I built. I'm quite happy with it. So we'll put it back on the table. Alright, what else has been going on? The Adam Mann's German half-track group build is in continuation. It's extended because people are still building, like myself, but I'm really close to the finish line, and I have it right here. Oh, let's take a look at it. So here it is, and it's almost done. Still got a little bit more painting to do on the top, and a little bit on the fenders. I got a little bit of a touch up, and obviously I got to work on the hood. But this was a great build. Granted, I've discovered that trumpeter kits are definitely not Tamiya kits. They are challenging, and they do require some patience and a little creativity to work around the problems. But overall, I'm really happy with this build. I learned a lot about weathering, or at least using weathering pigments, and just this is a big thing. So there it is. The seats are painted. The engine's got to get painted. It's mostly painted. I got to touch it up. And I still got stowage and jerry cans, which I'm going to put in the racks. But overall, pretty cool build. Very impressed. Curious to see how the decals are going to come on. We'll find out. Alright, we'll put that back here on the table. And let's continue on with the discussion. But yeah, other than that, I've been really focused on just kind of working away on works in progresses. Not really opening new kits, though. I must admit, I am tempted at times to grab a box and kind of like, oh, it'd be fun just to kind of like pop some sprue off and grind and sand and put a few things together. But I've been really strong and a good Boy Scout and just sticking with what I got already opened, because I got plenty of stuff opened. Yeah, plenty. Not too much. There is the Tiger Group build. Adam Man also is hosting the Tiger Group build. It's technically started the last day of June, a few weeks ago, and it's going all the way till 6 months, so that puts us at end of December. And that's really exciting. If you really want to take a part, if you're not aware of it, which I'm sure most of you already are, but if you haven't, it's a Facebook site, group build, and it's really big. It's humongous. I think it's the largest group build I've ever participated in. A lot of people involved, and it's been just really nice to just see other people's builds and the encouragement and the sense of assistance with other people with a lot of talent and skill and knowledge in all things Tiger tanks. For those who are either just beginning or maybe just aren't aware of certain little things. What is my entry? My entry is the Tamiya, the Sdkfz box cover tank, 217. That kit came with the little crew. Got a little Sdkfz, and he's got this big giant map folder box, and he's kind of like doing something on the map. So it's pretty cool. I ordered some Zimmermitt because apparently it had Zimmerman on it, and I did have some photo etch Zimmerman that came with the kit from the previous owner, but I'm not a big fan of the photo etch Zimmerman. I really don't know why. I mean, it looks pretty good. I've used it. It's just it's super glue, and you know, when you use the resin stuff, you can use the 2-part epoxy 5mm, and you can kind of move it. You know, with the super glue, you got to super glue it. Photo etch drops in. It's not as forgiving because if it's in the wrong place, you gotta rip it out, sand it, re-glue it. Not my cup of tea, I guess. Yeah. So that's going well. I'm waiting, again, waiting for the Zimmerman, waiting for a few things. I have started working on it. I'm trying to add as much drag in spare parts as I can just to kind of unload some stuff. I'm discovering that my parts box, it's nice to have, but yeah, some things you just don't use. It's just sitting there, so I don't know. At some point I might just have to dump it. You know, maybe at a model show or sell it on eBay. Those usually go pretty quickly. Just, you know, bag of tiger parts here. Watch people fight for it like turkey vultures. No, it's all good stuff. I mean, I do use some of it. Just a lot of it, it's just, I'm never going to use it. I have to be realistic. It's like these models back here. I mean, it looks nice, but it ain't going to get built. Some of it will, but most of it will not. I'll be the old man at the model show selling models. All these models. Huh. Alright, what else has been going on? Smyth, he just opened up another group build. It's great. It's like this like wave of group builds. That's cool though. Group builds are fun. You just gotta be very what's the word I always used to say, judicious. You gotta really take some time to, like, are you gonna commit to this thing? And I say yes, I'm going to commit to Smyth's group build because it's the Sherman Thunderbolt group build. And that's cool because I haven't built a Sherman tank in forever. I have a bunch out here, and why not? You know, it's a year-long group build. Wow, 12 months. Shane, you are so cool. There's no reason why I can't meet the deadline. So, I did pick something out. Let's see, what is it? I picked out this. It's a Dragon Sherman tank. It's the Sherman Mark III British Lend-Lease tank. And it's pretty cool. I picked this up a few years ago at a model show. There was a gentleman who was just trying to unload some kits that his friend had. And they were really, like, cheap. Like, I got there early at the model show. I was one of the first people that walked through the doors. And, you know, I'm like a dog. Like, I'm like, more like, and this guy had this stack of models, and I kind of looked at the prices, and it's just like under $15 for, and so I was like asking the guy, what's the catch? Why are they so low? It's because they were all previously started. And I was like, oh, good lord. So actually I started going through the boxes, and I kind of started cherry picking a lot. This person, you know, he was kind of savvy, I guess. He spray painted or rattle canned a lot of all the sprues. He never took anything off. He just, like, okay, that's awesome. I mean, this is definitely the ideal of a started kit. It hasn't even been started. It's just got some paint on it. I mean, the worst thing I got to do is strip it down on the sprue. Not a big deal. So, other kits, you know, they were missing decals, but, you know, again, that's not a big deal. I mean, they can always get aftermarket stuff. And so I got like a stack of, like, Smyth and Dragon kits. So actually this is the first kit I'm going to build of that lot that I picked up a few years ago. The rest of it's sitting up in storage like this. Yeah. So Shane, that's my my entry. I'm going to probably put up a video to show a general review of the kit and the state that it's in currently, and what's my strategy to work on it. Because I've noticed that this person must have, I don't know what happened with the spraying, because you can see, like, when the wheels, the paint was kind of watery, or it kind of ran a little bit, so it kind of pooled. And even on some of the, like on the hull, like on the edges, it kind of ran and kind of, and then it just started blistering. So either I'm going to have to strip it down or just sand all those blisters. It'll be an interesting project of restoration. And that's it for currently where I'm at. That's it. got a lot of works in progresses. What I do is try to do a little bit here and there. I mean, I got weekends off, but it's also very hot here in the summer in New Hampshire, New England. It's not so much hot as much as it's humid. And the basement that I'm in, it's not too bad. It's pretty cool. I'm sure it could be a lot worse in other places, but sometimes you're just not in the mood. I think mood is an interesting thing. I think Hamilcar Barkas, he talks about mood a lot. If you watch his videos consistently, yeah, sometimes I'm not in the mood and just... I'd rather like be building models when I'm in the mood, because when you're not in the mood, you tend to make mistakes, you're sloppy, you're careless, and in the end, the result is kind of eh. So I'd rather just be in the better spirits when I'm model building. But generally, spirits been pretty good. I've been also just doing little chunks. Like sometimes I can go like 6 hours building or painting, and I don't know, that becomes taxing. I've noticed every day, well, in this case, it's every weekend, you know, maybe just do each day on the weekend, like Saturday, Sunday, do like maybe 2 hours at a time. This model builder I'm an acquaintance with, and he's from Maine, and he builds a lot of models. He goes to the model shows. He's always got a lot on the tables, and I am like, dude, do you have like a life outside of this hobby? And he does. He just what he says is each day he does like maybe 45 minutes of model building each day. I mean, that's a really cool system. I try to model it, and yeah, it's still a little struggle. At the end of the day, after putting 9 hours outside working in the field, I don't feel like doing a whole lot of anything when I get home. Usually just eat, drink, watch a movie, go to bed. Don't even get much reading done, which I'm behind. I got a lot of reading to do. The summer is almost over, and I still got to read a few more books. So that's about it. I'm really, what else? Oh, I got a thingy to put my models in. It's right here. Maybe I can like zoom the camera over. It's just a glass case thing. Because I was driving back in like, I don't know, May, and someone was having a yard sale down the street where I live, and I noticed this like glass case thing. I'm like, oh, it's awesome. I've been looking for something like this, and because they're pretty expensive. Ideally, I'd like to get like a barrister bookshelf with the glass doors. You go, slide the things, and because those are cool. But they're expensive because they're old, and then if you still want to pay someone to build you one, they're going to charge you a lot of money, which is cool. Maybe I should learn how to build one. That way I can build them for me. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so I got this glass case thing, and it's cool. It's a little smoky because I think the owner's like smoked, so like it's smoky. I'm not sure if the models are going to smell like smoke when I take them to the show or not. I don't know. We'll find out. So let me pan the thingy over, and we'll look at it. Yeah, so it's this thing. Try to, you know, it's just a shelf. It's just particle board. It's good for right now, a little temporary fix, just so I can at least keep most of the dust off my models. And there's Tiger 1331 is in there, and my BMW, my Tigers. I've been building those during the winter months, and that one I got at the Amps Nationals, that's all built ready for painting. That is something I could probably talk about briefly, is I have a lot of model kits that are, and I blame Ian Candler for all that. Ian, he talked to me one day. Hold on. Yeah, Ian, I think we were Skyping once. maybe it was almost a year ago, I was house sitting, and I was using their internet, so I figured I'll get on a hangout, and I popped into Ian Candler, and we were talking about model building and stuff, and not getting behind, because you start building a model, and you just want to focus on it, but you like building. And he knew a guy, or knows a guy, that like he builds and then he puts it in storage and builds another one. And then when he needs it, he just pulls it out and he's ready to start painting. So I thought that's a pretty cool process. So I started doing that. Well, now I got like, it's like rabbits, like that commercial, the rabbits just keep on piling up all over the store. Well, I got this. I got like a stack over there. They're all finished builds. They're just painting. But my thing is with painting is I'm very, I gotta be really in the mood to paint. I can't just like whip out an airbrush and go to town. Everything's the way. The stars have to be lined up, the moon's gotta be in focus, all the dogs and cats and ducks gotta be all lined up in a certain way. And then I can paint. And hopefully nobody interrupts me, because then that makes things complicated. Of course I'm embellishing and being somewhat facetious, but I gotta be really in the mood when it comes to painting. But I'll get there eventually. Alright, I think I've rambled on and talked a lot. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. This is my model building show, and it's all good. Really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the group builds and seeing all the little stuff. My Facebook has become just like a big giant like model building feed, just like constantly model building, which is kind of cool. I mean, we all have our hobbies. So I mean, some people golf. They're out there, golf or whatever they do. Whatever your hobby does, as long as it's healthy and you're not alienating your friends and family and you're being a good person, then who cares, right? It's all good. So I'm going to go to the beach because I have the day off today. It's Friday and it's really sunny out, and the tide is in the right situation where I can have a nice afternoon at the beach, read my books, maybe look at a modeling magazine. Alright, this is Russ Gosselin signing out. I'm wishing you all the best at your workbench and with your friends and family and everything else. And I'll see you again here on YouTube. Take care. Goodbye.